1967 Chevrolet Flatrate schedule can make life easier for everyone in the service department. Chevrolet has taken every step to assure that models, operations, descriptions, and numbers can be found with a maximum of speed and accuracy. For instance, the passenger group is printed on yellow paper for easy reading and quick identification. Also, in 1967, truck operations are divided into two sections. Green pages and indexes designate Series 10 through 60 light and medium-duty trucks. White pages are used for 70 through 80 series trucks and four-cycle diesel engine operations. If there is any question, reference to the vehicle identification plate will quickly identify the series involved. Also, in 1967, separate operation numbers are provided for many right and left side body repairs. And illustrations at the front of the section enable the quick location of color coat and refinish operations. In addition, Corvette is now listed separately in the body section. Still in the body section, the vehicle lineup is listed by production volume, with the largest production volume vehicles first. In the transmission section, 3- and 4-speed transmissions are now divided into two separate categories. Formerly, operations such as front wheel inner bearing assembly and/or oil seal replace carried a single number. Now, many such and/or operations have been divided. Consequently, we now have front wheel inner bearing assembly replace and front wheel bearing oil seal replace listed with separate numbers as separate operations. Combinations and conditions now carry a number and capital letters for greater convenience. Identification numbers for no-charge items have been deleted from the schedule, although the no-charge job description remains. Deleted also are numbers for the operations listed in the maintenance section. However, time and job descriptions are still listed. We have seen some of the changes. Let's review your 1967 flat rate schedule in detail. On pages 5, 6, and 7 are found the model identification numbers assigned to all Chevrolet passenger cars and El Camino. Next, terms used throughout the schedule to describe the various operations are defined. First, all operations having a flat rate number consisting of a letter and 6 digits are classified as major operations. For instance, for the operation covering a malfunctioning stoplight switch on an Impala, look under the passenger group index to locate electrical subsection P12. Turning to page B of P12 reveals a detailed index of the operations in the section. Under switch, stop lamp, we find it is listed on P12-3. On page P12-3, we find switch, stop lamp, replace, and the number M405004, applying to all series. Time indicated is 0.2 of an hour. A condition provides additional time allowance that may be required to perform a major operation. Also, each condition is designated by the first 5 units of the major operation number, followed by 1 or 2 letters of the alphabet. Let's take an example. For a Chevy 2, under steering idler lever bracket replace, we find the major operation number J434004. Under condition J4340A, we find, if equipped with power steering, add 0.1 of an hour. Combination operations are listed under a major operation following any necessary conditions. Combinations are also designated by the first 5 units of the major operation number, followed by a capital letter or letters. For instance, under clutch master cylinder single, replace, is the major operation number H142504, which applies to 40 through 60 series trucks. Farther down, under combinations, is the listing master cylinder overhaul and the number H1425A to cover rebuilding the unit. Time allowed is 3/10 of an hour. Each of them, major operations, conditions, and combinations, adds extra time and money. If conditions and combinations aren't listed on a repair order, you don't get paid. To continue, remove and reinstall means to remove a major component or assembly, reinstall this assembly, and make all necessary adjustments. For instance, E102004 designates the removal and reinstallation of the differential case and drive pinion from the Chevy 2, Chevelle, Chevrolet, and Camaro. It does not include any other work except adjustment once it is back on the vehicle. When replace is used with a major operation, it means to take off a part or assembly and put back a new part or assembly, including adjustment. Number F210004 covers the replacement of one rear brake drum on all series of passenger cars. In this case, a new drum is installed and the brake shoes adjusted. However, when this term replace is used with a combination operation, it does not include remove and reinstall, but only that work necessary to prepare a new part or assembly for installation in the vehicle. In this example, M623004 allows 5/10 of an hour to remove and reinstall the instrument cluster in a Corvair with manual transmission. Then, under combination M6230E, an additional 2/10 of an hour is provided for replacing the speedometer head while the cluster is out of the vehicle. Next, overhaul. When this term is used with a major operation, it means to remove an assembly from the vehicle, disassemble, clean, and inspect all parts, rebuild the assembly with the same or new parts, reinstall the assembly in the vehicle, and make all necessary adjustments. Occasionally, as in the case of G424004, which covers overhaul of the Rochester Model HV carburetor, overhaul will be a major operation. Usually, however, overhaul is a combination operation performed between removal and installation, such as H578OD, providing for the overhaul of a Power Glide transmission. On paint, time allowances shown in the hours column include time for cleaning, preparing, and refinishing the particular area involved, plus time for mixing the paint and cleaning the equipment used. Also, color coat applies to paint operations that do not require the use of primer. It is used mostly to correct thin paint, off-color, rub-throughs, or surface scratches. Paint refinish applies to paint repair of a panel or specified section of a panel when color coats and undercoats are affected. The number-coded illustrations at the front of the body section accurately locate the areas involved. The 1967 Flatrate schedule is a complete guide to all the operations on Chevrolet products.